Hello and welcome back to the Champagne Talks. We're your host, Strawberry and
Celine.
Today we're drinking gin, which is just peach-flavored energy drinks because we're minors and we can't drink. Also, we have a few disclaimers in this episode that we wanted to tell you about, so here they are.
Okay. So this episode includes family gossip, personal stories, and whatever comes to mind to us. And to put out as a disclaimer, the first story does mention child mistreatment, dieting, and eating disorders. And for the privacy of our family members and anyone else mentioned, we'll be using code names. For this first story, the characters are Moneybags, which is our uncle, Greedy, which is his wife, and Crayons, which is their son, and the twins, but they don't really come up in this.
Alright, so I just wanted to start off with saying I think it's so weird how Moneybags acts and how he treats Crayons. And I know you had an incident about that you wanted to talk about here, so I'm going to let Celine go on a little tangent and I'm going to add in my, opinions here and there.
So my father offered Moneybags a bag of chips so he could give it to Crayons later. And so, really rudely, Moneybags said to my dad, and I'm assuming Moneybags wasn't in a good mood, obviously, for what he was about to say. So he said, well, I don't want my kid to be 500 pounds. Don't give him that. Really, out of nowhere, unprompted. My father didn't say anything beforehand to prompt that. And I didn't find out about this whole incident until the day later when my parents were talking about it. And I said, what are you guys talking about? And they told me the story, and I didn't even know how to react to that. That was awful.
We should really clarify, Crayons is how old?
From what I've heard, I'm pretty sure Crayons is 11 or 12. He's about to be in 6th grade, so do as you wish. But I'm pretty sure, 12.
Yeah, I think 12 or 13.
Maybe, yeah.
Because 13 is 6th grade. 13 is 7th grade.
Yeah.
So he's 12.
Yeah, he's 12.
12 or 11. Depends when his birthday. His birthday's
March 20-something. Oh.
March. His birthday's in March. He's a child. Who cares? He also does sports.
Yeah. He does
a bag
basketball.
of chips. Exactly, he does sports. A bag of chips is not really going to affect his weight.
No.
When he's a kid, he's energetic. He does sports. He likes to play outside. A couple calories, 200 calories is not going to kill him. It's just a bag of chips.
I would like to add something as well, is that every time my parents want to offer something to Crayons, their immediate, Moneybags and Greedy's immediate response is, don't give them anything, they already ate. Even though when they come to our house, especially Crayons, he eats my mother's food and enjoys it.
Literally inhales it.
Exactly, eats all the food, leaving nothing behind. You're telling me they ate prior, but it's not showing.
He's literally inhaling that shit like a Roomba.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's actually crazy. And then also, didn't you say something about, Moneybags putting Crayons on a diet?
Yes. I'd like to talk about this a bit deeper. Moneybags did put the Crayons on a diet. I'm not sure if he's still on it. By the looks of it, I'm not surprised if he is. But it's just super toxic. I understand wanting the best for your child, and I understand wanting to keep them healthy. But I do not understand wanting to put your perfectly healthy child, mind you, and growing kid, on a diet. It is not healthy for them, physically and emotionally. Physically, he's okay, right? But mentally, that could be taking a toll on him, and we wouldn't know.
It honestly really depends what kind of diet.
Yeah.
But if it's just, salad.
I don't think it's like that, but it's still, I feel like it's still strict.
No child at that age should be worrying about dieting. No. Even my health teacher last year, she said that even as a teen, dieting, you shouldn't be dieting because you're growing. You're still, basically going through puberty. I just think it's really crazy how people diet at such a young age or being forced to at an age where they shouldn't even know what a diet is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like crayons should hear the word diet and be like, what's that?
Exactly, yeah.
What is a diet? Like, I know he's like 11 or 12. He's not stupid, but diet shouldn't be something he's familiar with.
Yes.
Especially when he's gonna go through puberty. Also, he's pretty tall.
Yeah.
And he does sports. I feel like you shouldn't be dieting if you're doing that. Like,
yeah.
And also, he's kind of skinny.
Yeah.
He needs a little bit of weight to him. I'm not even gonna lie. Mm-hmm. I just feel bad because, you know, that could also take a toll on his mental health, physical health, especially because, like, the way we've seen Moneybags and Greedy treating him, like, everything he does is something so wrong, and it'll, like, in the future, if he does it, he's gonna go to jail, because they make it such a big deal. This child is literally living in hell.
Yeah. And I would like to mention, they are so strict when it comes to crayons. I remember one time, me and my parents were at Moneybags and Greedy's house, and I remember that Crayons was playing with the twins, because they also have twins, and was just trying to entertain them while Greedy was talking to us. But every single time he tried to play with the twins and try to entertain them, Greedy was immediately just like, no, don't do that, stop doing that. Even though he wasn't doing anything wrong, he was just playing with them and their toys and stuff.
And I will say, this happens at my house as well, multiple times. And even here, we've seen it before at your house. It's really crazy how this little boy, this little boy, he's like half my height. I really can't be talking. Why?
Half our height.
You're literally going to be in 6th grade. Why are you already like more than half my height? He like reaches my shoulder. Guys, for example, I'm like 5'2". And he's going to be a 6th grader. He should not be half my height. That is scary.
I'm scared for the future because he's literally going to be like probably 6 foot. That's scary to think about.
Moneybags genetics are hitting hard, and it's low-key kind of scary because like his dad isn't even that tall.
Not at all.
His mom isn't tall.
Short.
How did he get this tall?
Yeah.
That is my question. I don't even think your grandparents were that tall either.
No.
Recessive genes really do be recessive, but
we did not get.
We did not.
Good genes,
we got no height. No height. I got no height.
No height. Diseases. Illnesses.
We got hit with. Oh no.
They knew. Bro, they knew we would be too powerful, so they just like nerfed us with the worst genetics ever.
No, literally, bro. See, if we looked like our parents when they were younger, we'd be unstoppable,
we'd be hot
bro.
Motherfuckers, dude.
No, literally, we'd probably be receiving love letters or something like that.
Our podcast would not be faceless.
No, literally, we would be showing our face and mogging y'all 24/7 if we were actually
into the camera, just like.
No, literally. Literally. We're just, like, talking, and then we stutter a lot, and we just look at the camera and serve face after literally stuttering, like, for, like, 5 seconds straight.
Look, hot people can do it. We can't too.
Exactly. They nerfed us so hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My genes are not blue. My genes were nerfed. Anyway.
My genes are doo-doo brown with stains.
My jeans are doo-doo brown. We're high schoolers. And we're laughing about jeans being doo-doo brown. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway.
Back to the story.
But yeah, as I was saying, Moneybags and Greedy treat Crayons like everything he does will get him sent to prison in the future. Because I do remember one time the twins were coloring. This happened here at your house.
Mm-hmm.
The twins were coloring and then they stopped using the black crayon. So, Crayons decided, oh, I'm going to use this black crayon because I want to. Because the twins weren't using it. And then the twins were complaining that he took it from them. And then Greedy was just like, give it back to them. He didn't take it from them. It just wasn't in use.
Yeah.
And then I just really hate how they do that, because it makes it seem like the twins just get whatever they want. And I know they're how old? 3, 4?
Around that?
Right. And it's like the world is like revolving around them. Whatever they want goes. And they need to learn that it's never going to go their way all the time. And I get it. They're young and you don't want to hear them whine and cry, but it's not proper parenting.
No.
It isn't. Because letting your kids get whatever they want, that's not how it's going to go.
It's not healthy.
It's not. It's really not healthy. Because then in, like, the long run, it's probably going to affect them. Because, you know, if I grew up having things go my way all the time, and then if someone tells me no, I'd be like, fuck you mean no? I'd probably have a mental breakdown. I'd crash out.
Spoiled.
Exactly. Spoiled kids, bro. Anyway, so after we just explained everything that was going on with crayons and stuff like that, I also want to talk about how... Listen, another weird thing about Moneybags is how he low-key seems like he supports the Orange Man.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun! Which, let's explain, for the people who don't know, our family is Hispanic. Very Hispanic. Proud Hispanics.
Oh.
Very, very, very Hispanic.
Gotta clarify.
No, literally, like, my parents were Hispanic, my grandparents are Hispanic, my great-grandparents, like, literally, it just goes on. I literally, if I ever do, like, a 21 or 22 in me, bro.
So I thought it was 24 in me.
24 in me. I have no, what, those, like,
the
ancestry, DNA. Like, DNA thingies. I've been going around, I'm indigenous, because I'm probably a very high percentage indigenous, because, you know, I am fully Puerto Rican. But, like, I know I'm going to get, like, 80% Spanish. And I'm going to be so sad, because I literally hate on them 24/7. I hate Spanish people. Hey, so Queen, you're like 80% Spanish? No! Acting like they didn't colonize us. Anyway. So if it wasn't obvious, we're Puerto Rican.
Yes.
I am fully Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I'm half and half Puerto Rican, half Salvadorian, because of my mother. But yeah. If
you were to get deported, half of you would stay here, the other half would go to Salvador.
Yeah, you hear what this fucker said.
Probably
would happen. Who knows?
You know, the Orange Man would probably figure out a way to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, so I do remember Moneybags supporting the Orange Man, a.k.a. Donald Epstein Dick Ryder Trump. So basically, I remember this very vividly, and it still hasn't left my mind. I remember when me and Celine were talking about how we don't support Trump and how the shooting thingy that happened felt kind of fake. Because, one, the bodyguards weren't bodyguarding.
Yeah.
And it just felt, it felt kind of staged. Like, I know it probably is real, but there was just a fakeness to it that I just really can't put my fingers on. And he said something like, you guys should start a podcast, which is really funny. And so...
it just segues into how this podcast began.
Yeah, it really did. Because we were, like, talking about, like, our, like, political views and stuff. And he said something along the lines of, I'm voting for Trump this election. And me and Celine looked at each other. And then we looked back at him. And he let out this laugh that's like, maybe I shouldn't have said that because it's the truth kind of laugh.
It was awkward in that moment. And also at the same time, it was so... I feel like, first off, bad timing. Second of all...
Really, it really was.
Oh, why? You're saying that in front of, like, two very, like, outspoken...
anti-Trumpies.
Yes. And then he said it at first with, like, a bit of sarcasm. Like, he was joking at first. But then, like, exactly what you said. Like, that truthful sort of laugh.
Like, it was, like, one of those laughs where, like... I could, like, look you dead in the eyes, and I'll try to, like, recreate how it sounded. I'm voting for Trump this election. Kind of laugh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's like, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but, you know, I said it anyway, and it's the truth kind of laugh. Like, I feel like, I don't know how to, like, make it sound, but it's like, I feel like we've all heard that kind of laugh before.
Very awkward, but kind of truthful laugh.
Exactly. And didn't you also say something about, like, Moneybags saying that, like, that, the joke that he said to your dad?
I would like to explain this as well. I think it was pretty funny. So one day, since Moneybags daily calls my father, because related.
Yes.
Very much as a joke, since voting season was upon us. My father said in a joking way, because he knew that Moneybags is a Trumpy, right? Said, oh yeah, I voted for Trump. And then Moneybags decides to say, you made the right choice.
It's because there's a reason we call him Moneybags. It's because he has money.
He is so rich. And the reason why we call greedy is because she's actually greedy and a bit of a gold digger.
We will go into that in a bit, yeah.
We will. Foreshadowing.
It's in the script.
But it's very, like, it bothers me so much how he was just like, you made the right choice. I was there to witness this call, too. He did not sound like he was joking.
I'm scared.
But the thing is, like, I don't understand why he voted for Trump. Well, the person who basically raised him is an immigrant, right? You know, my mother.
She's
Hispanic.
Yes.
More than us combined, I feel.
Yeah, she was literally born in a non-U.S. territory. That doesn't make us any less Hispanic, by the way. I'm joking. Yeah. Guys, I'm Puerto Rican. I can make these jokes.
Also, at the same time, like, the two people that are, like, pretty near him, right? You.
Hi.
Yeah. Strawberry.
Yes.
Which Moneybags talks to pretty consistently, right? Somewhat.
Maybe? I don't know.
Like, you're queer. And Hispanic. And, like...
And he knows this.
Yeah.
I'm, like, 1,000% sure he knows that.
Didn't you tell Greedy that you were, like, non-binary or something?
I literally... Okay, I lost the amount of times I told somebody I'm non-binary just because, like, I really didn't want to explain that I am a trans man. Because it's one thing to tell them that you don't want to be, like, identified as, like, a gender. And it's another thing to be, like, I want to be a whole different gender.
Yeah, I understand.
So, it was, like, low-key kind of spooky. So, I just told them I was non-binary. I told Greedy and Moneybags, yeah.
But they didn't respect it, so...
Greedy literally acknowledged that I was non-binary. She said, oh, non-binary? And I was like, yeah. And then proceeds to call me she.
Yeah.
And I was like, hello? Who are you? Who do you think you are?
Also, at the same time, he has a wife. Oh, you know, dating a woman. Married to a woman. And their rights are actively being taken away as we speak.
Right.
It's so... You're voting against the people that you care about. And I think that's just so disrespectful. And, like...
He has 2 daughters.
Yes. And
the twins. Yes.
Like, you're very much voting against their rights. And I hate it, but, like, I remember he said that he's so educated about all this. Like, he researches this all the time. Well, if you're so researched, I'm pretty sure you know that Donald Trump is affiliated to the Epstein files, right? You know that he's against, like, anything good, honestly. If you see how America's going. Very much against all of that.
He's a felon. Yes. A rapist. Incest. On national television, he said that if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he would literally, like, date her or something. And then I remember, a reporter or something said that, like, she has, like, an ass. And then he was like, yeah, she does. And I'm like, dude, what?
That's so weird and predatory to say. That's disgusting. He should have been in jail, like, a long time ago, bro. And someone made a list of all the crimes that this man has committed. Oh my god, that list was ginormous. Like, this man is a fucking criminal. Clap
if you're surprised. Okay, moving on. Exactly.
You say you're so well researched, but if you are, you know that he's done so many bad things. Why are you still voting for him? Did we not see how his first presidency went?
Did we not see, like, the video of, like, Kamala saying that she's not gonna try to run again because the system is so corrupt? We lost her! She got away!
She got away!
Hey! Chapel, thank you.
It's just so sad to see about, like, the whole Kamala thing. And also at the same time, why? I remember he also said, when we brought up the fact that, like, we didn't like him for the fact of, like,
He's a
Project
bigot.
2025. Oh, and yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But then Moneybags proceeded to say, oh, no, that's not going to happen. But
By the looks of it.
everything that was written in Project 2025 is currently happening right now.
Right.
Why would you vote against your well-being?
Why are you voting against everybody in your family?
Yes.
Yes.
Even for yourself, too, because he was also going to take away, like, Medicare or something, like, healthcare for, like, a lot of people, and that's going to affect a lot of people, and it could affect him. Who knows? He's rich enough that maybe it won't affect him, but still, that's so bad for you.
Right. He's just... I hate Moneybags. Oh, okay. The mic got passed to me as I was drawing it. I was getting my creativity on. What the frick, dude? I was drawing you.
Oh, cute.
I know, I'm drawing another yippee.
Yippee.
Yippee. Alright, so now let's move on to the next villain. Greedy. She's... Not to mention how bad she is as a person. She is so ungrateful. I remember my mother knew Greedy because my mother was dating my father and my father is Moneybags' brother. I told my mom how Greedy is so dependent on Moneybags and her own kids to do stuff for her, basically. And my mom said she was not like that. She was a very independent person. And I was like, there's no way. Because whenever Greedy's at my house and she needs something thrown out or whatever, she literally told Crayons, give this to your dad so he can throw it out. And I'm like, y'all are in the same room. You can get up, throw it out, and Moneybags can stay there watching the 3 kids. Not to mention, my grandma was in the room, so 2 adults in the room watching 3 kids. And you can't even get up and do it yourself. You're sitting there doing nothing. You're just sitting there going, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Stop
just
doing
give
that.
it. Just give it to them. Get your ass up.
Like, you got 2 functioning feet. Act like it.
No, literally. And it's actually really, like, disappointing.
We lost hope years ago. And I also want to get into another thing. She is also such an ungrateful person when it comes to gift giving. Or just,
Right.
like, gifts in general.
Right.
I'd like to talk about my parents' experience with this. They don't have much money, but they really do try giving gifts to people. Because, Christmas is such an expensive holiday.
No, literally.
So much work putting into that and very stressful. But they still try to give gifts to Moneybags, Greedy, Crayons, and the twins, of course.
Literally everybody.
Yeah. I remember one year, this happened a couple times, but I remember one year specifically, I think we gave her something, and then she immediately was just like, thanks. Silence. Moves on. Strawberries, grandma, right? Yeah.
Yes, my grandmother.
She gave Moneybags and Greedy, like, this whole set of, like, Crayola stuff, right? But then complained about it when we were over there and said, well, we don't have room for this. I don't know where like,
their house is huge. To our standards, their house is big.
And expensive. Holy shit. Moneybags had to pay a lot of money just for their house to be smaller than their house that they had before.
What was the point?
What was the point? You're staying in the same neighborhood, but just, like, maybe a couple streets over.
What was the point?
What was the point?
I really don't get it.
I see no reason in that. But back to the story. Was complaining about that. And me and my mother look at each other like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Right.
Oh my god, I remember the trip back home. The first thing that the three of us, my parents and me, started talking about was just like, why is she complaining? She has the money to buy a bigger bag. And she probably has, like, drawers or whatever to put them in.
They have a basement.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, they have a basement.
They probably have an attic, too.
They have so much space in that damn house that they couldn't find, like, anywhere to put it, but kept complaining. Your grandma got it on a discount, didn't she?
Yeah, because she literally works at Crayola.
Yeah, didn't even get it for free, as it, like, just a discount. And still, Moneybags and Greedy, well, mostly, just Greedy, was complaining so much about it.
Girly.
And I remember the next time we came to her house, which was like maybe a month and a half ago, we went over and we got stuff from like a local bakery because my parents were in town. Gave them the pastries or whatever. Because I remember when she got them, she was just like, "Thank you, these are great," but said it in a tone that just like didn't feel genuine.
She clearly doesn't know good pastries because for the twins' birthdays we got fucky ass donuts and not an actual cake.
Like, I know they're children, but like, come on, you couldn't have gotten like a small cake or something.
It's every time they don't give them sweets, don't give them sweets, don't give them sweets.
You're giving them fucking donuts, dude.
And the donuts weren't even good.
They were ass. I don't know if she's usually like that, which I have a feeling she's not, right?
Right.
But my mom, when on the trip back home, she was just like, well, she looks like she appreciated this a little bit. And I was just like, well, I don't know. I feel like in her tone, it just didn't feel right. And those weren't cheap, from what I remember. I don't think those pastries were cheap, especially like in like a, actual bakery.
Oh, yeah. Probably not.
Yeah.
Bakeries are expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
And I honestly understand inflation
and also the ingredients and stuff, but like,
yeah,
still, her reaction didn't feel genuine, and I felt it. My mom didn't.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, it infuriated me, basically.
Yeah, all right,
it was her second birthday. This was years ago. We don't remember when. Probably 2 years ago.
Most likely 2 years ago.
But it's still an incident we could still bring up.
Yeah.
Do you wanna?
Okay, I really don't remember much of what went down at that birthday party, but I do vividly remember being falsely accused.
Yeah, I just want to say, we were both falsely accused of something we never did. Exactly. And it was a huge misunderstanding, but we got blamed so fucking hard.
Okay, so basically, we were at the birthday party, obviously. This was at Moneybag and Greedy's house. So we were basically, sitting there, and me and Celine were sitting at the dining table telling jokes to each other, when we were laughing way before this girl came in.
But one of our cousins were there. We'll just call them Dress?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Dress. So basically, me and Celine were talking, we were telling jokes, and we were laughing way before Dress got to the party. And when Dress came in, in the middle of our conversation where we were literally being D1 comedians.
Exactly.
They introduced us to Dress, and they say like, "Oh, you've probably met her before," and I remember seeing her a couple times. Are we acquaintances? No. Are we strangers? Yes. Are we family? Somehow. So basically, I'm just like, okay, hi. And then me and Celine say hi in the most respectful way possible, trying not to laugh because we were literally being D1 comedians the second before. And then as soon as she walks away, me and Celine look at each other. Obviously, the joke is still running through our heads and we start laughing again. And then, like, a day or two later?
Yes!
A day or two later, my grandma says, "Hey, so Greedy said that you laughed at Dress at the party, and I had to explain the situation, and I think to this day, people still think that we were laughing at Dress when we clearly weren't. And this was just one of the situations that happened there. Because, oh boy, can I talk about Greedy's mom for hours.
I would like to mention, too, how your grandma called you out on it. Oh, my mom, she had a field day with this shit. Out of nowhere, told me about this. And, like, in the most, like, strict tone, I haven't heard this woman be strict like that in a while.
That's because she wants to be in the will. If Moneybags or Greedy dies before her, she wants to be in that will. I'm so sorry.
So, I was just like, I didn't expect it. I was like, holy shit, what did I secretly kill someone in my sleep? What happened?
Mind you, after this, me and Celine called each other immediately after these accusations. First time being canceled, kind of nervous.
It was so bad. My mom immediately jumped to conclusions. But she didn't know the full story. So I had to explain to her. But she immediately jumped in, just like, I heard that you and Strawberry bullied Dress at the party. I think she said, like, I never raised you to be like that. And then immediately right afterwards, strict and rude for no reason, because she didn't know the full story. But also, I had to explain to her, hey, none of that happened. First off, none of that happened. And I apologize if it came off that way, right?
Right.
But me and Strawberry never meant it in that way. And we weren't laughing at her. We were just making jokes prior to Greedy introducing us to Dress. So we were laughing because of that. We were never laughing because of Dress. We didn't even know who Dress was.
Right. And as I said, somehow she's family. I didn't even know that.
Like, I knew her name, but I've not seen that girl in, like, years.
Right.
I didn't even know that was her. We didn't know what was happening. We were just awkward, and we were just in our corner trying to, like, separate from everybody.
Exactly.
Because we didn't want to be there, but also
we needed to be involved so we didn't seem like assholes. And so another thing, Greedy's mom, bitch, D1 bitch. Listen, words cannot describe how much I hate this woman. Basically, Greedy's mom, I don't know why we have such beef with her, but we do, which is diabolical. Basically, when Greedy's mom, what should we call her? Greedy Senior? We could call her Greedy Senior. So yeah, whenever Greedy Senior, like, sees us, she side-eyes us, like, she literally gives us the nastiest side-eye, and then she goes, hi, in, like, the most fake, sweet voice ever. I remember when me and Celine were at Greedy and Moneybags' old house, like, the one prior to the new one, and I went to go say hi to be nice because, you know, that's Greedy Senior, Greedy's mom, and why not? You know, I wanted to be on their nice side. I wanted to seem nice. I didn't want allegations prior to the allegations. So I walk in and I'm like, hi, in, like, the nicest way possible. Because I'm trying to be nice, even though I don't want to be there at all. Me and Celine were sitting in a corner near the front door. We did not want to be there. We were asking for the Wi-Fi password. Yeah. I think I was asking for the Wi-Fi password and I just ran into her and I was like, hi. Yeah. So, and then Greedy Senior looks at me in the nastiest way possible. She looks me up and down side eye and says, hi, in the fake sweet voice. And when I tell you this woman needs to go ASAP, I am praying on her downfall. I hope she gets in a box the same way my father is in a box. Don't cut that out.
I won't. Just for that, I won't. She's also such a rude person. She hates my parents and Strawberry's grandma for no apparent reason.
I remember. So, my father is dead.
Okay.
And on his death anniversary, my grandma posted on Facebook about how, you know, she misses her son, this and that, because obviously she lost a child. And Greedy Senior comments on her Facebook post saying, you have another son. Pay attention to him. Something along the lines of that. I remember she said, you have a son. And she's talking about Moneybags, because Moneybags is my uncle, my dad's brother. And that was so, like, unprovoked. out of nowhere. We had something planned, but we're gonna have to cut out of that. That'll be in episode 3. So right now we're gonna get onto the free ball thing. This first free ball is going to be Celine's rant.
Oh, God.
Are your jeans blue?
They're Duku Kaka brown. Right?
We're high schoolers.
Silly.
We're graduating in a couple years.
Oh, I feel old. Anyways, so Sydney Sweeney, that American Eagle ad, I just find it so stupid.
My jeans are blue.
Jeans are passed down from parent to offspring. I feel like that woman doesn't talk that way. I feel like she has a different voice because there's... I remember I watched Euphoria for like 1 season and I didn't like it. Don't attack me, guys. It just wasn't my thing.
Euphoria is so fucking goofy, bro.
I remember in that show, somewhat, she had a different voice. She wasn't speaking like, genes are passed down from offspring to child. I just... But it's so weird how conservatives are, like, twisting this and being like, yeah, Sydney Sweeney's for us! Like...
She's a woman. She ain't for conservatives. She's a woman.
Like, and then people were attacking her, like, she's pandering to the male gaze. She's like, that's all she cares about.
Y'all are the same people listening to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. And it's just so weird to me. And then some people were saying, like, oh, if this was anybody else, I think I saw, like, a conservative talking about this. If this was anybody else, y'all wouldn't be saying shit. But since it's a hot white woman, it's suddenly not good. No, I just think the ad itself was, like, really weird, especially in this political climate. My jeans are perfect. Or basically whatever the fuck
My
he
jeans
said.
are blue.
They're blue.
I just felt like an ad about jeans shouldn't be that way. I've seen plenty of ads in my time. People are greedy. I've seen ads about jeans, Old Navy, blah, 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 Walmart, this and that. She could have just hit a few poses in the jeans, moved on. But, like, her tone felt so, like, intimate in a way. I absolutely hated it. And also, not to talk about the fact that, like, where was her top?
Yeah.
She was wearing a jean jacket with nothing underneath. What the hell?
I just find it really weird as well, because that's basically a back-to-school ad for American Eagle and, like, promoting their jeans, which, honestly, okay. But I don't like it for the fact that how seductive its nature was.
Also, I feel like most people who shop at American Eagle are teenagers.
Teenagers to adults. Like,
But mostly, like, teens. And by teens, I mean, like, maybe 16 and, like, to, like, 18 for, like, teen.
Yeah.
You know? But, and I know 18 is considered adult, but, like, honestly, they still feel young.
Yeah. I just found it really weird, and I hate how conservatives took it and was just like, y'all are just sensitive little bitches. It's just an ad.
You're the same people who... Conservatives talking about sensitivity is crazy.
Hypocrites.
Because you're telling me you are crying about a woman, like, showing, like, skin and, like, this and that. It's like, you are conservative and you're protecting a woman who's showing off her body. You are not conservative. You are not. Why are you saying you are conservative when you are clearly protecting women? Most conservatives literally cry about women wearing crop tops. Femboys can't even roam the streets peacefully. Hashtag femboy hooters should be a thing. Please keep that.
Okay. I feel like the only reason they are defending her is because she's a conventionally attractive woman. And pander's still a male gaze, which, honestly, that is a dumb reasoning. And I hate how conservatives took her and be like, yes, we want her. Like, she never said that she was conservative or never mentioned her values. And if she did, let me know. I could be wrong. But I'm just saying, I don't think she ever did.
She's a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, some women vote for Trump, which is really fucky.
Now, unfortunately, this episode has come to an end. We apologize for the delay in episode release. But you can find us on Instagram at The Champagne Talks and on Twitter at Champagne Talks, but instead of an E, it's a 3. Thank you for listening and drinking with us. We hope to catch you in the next episode.